Shout out to Mewed Views, this smiley face with the blue and red sunglasses. Then Biden called all Trump supporters garbage, and that wasn't a joke. Garbaggio. Then shout out to Music Dude 1188. The president of the U.S. calls half of the people he serves garbage. Seriously, you can't make this stuff up. No, you can't. The jokes write themselves, guys. The jokes write themselves. And it's absolutely wild. Okay, I just think that, I think it's absolutely just wild to me how this guy is the president of the United States. And then he literally tells the very people that he serves, they're garbage. I'm like, whoa. Get this guy out of here, man. Who gave him a mic? All right, who put him on stage? Somebody clean Biden up. All right, he's tweaking again. And so there's that. So shout out to the liberal hive mind. And we're going to get right into this video. If you're new here, welcome to the King Squad. This is the best reaction channel on YouTube. And if nobody told you guys today, I hope each and every single one of you guys are having a great and awesome day. You guys are awesome. And don't let anybody tell you any different. All right. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share these videos so more people can navigate and maneuver through the mainstream media's jungle of lies. And with that being said, let's get right into the video.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Ah yes, so here we go. The Democrats finally got what they were looking for, right? Right? That's what your average Democrat sounds like these days. This is finally it, right guys? We finally got what we needed to take down the evil orange man. A comedian's joke about Puerto Rico. Yup, you finally got him, Democrats. You finally got the big October surprise, the big talking point that you needed. I'm sure that this is what's gonna really swing the election and convince people, right? Of course not. You can sense the sarcasm in my voice. Who's this convincing? I mean, seriously, I don't think it's convincing too many people. And in fact, I think it might actually be having the opposite effect. The Democrats are really running with this whole thing. They're trying to get elected not on a government track record or a solid policy platform, but on outrage over a joke told by a comedian. I think most people, rightfully so, find this insulting, if anything. A lot of people probably find it pathetic. And of course, some people, I'd say, take some pretty big issue with it from a philosophical standpoint. And let me tell you, that doesn't seem to be a partisan view here. Even mainstream left-wing talking heads, like Jon Stewart of The Daily Show, a straight-up partisan mouthpiece, even he is jumping ship at this point. Let me show you guys exactly what's happening. We got some stuff to talk about, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so you guys pretty much get it. Let's just play the clip.
Raise the alarms.
The opening act, grabbing headlines for all the wrong reasons. A comedian who offered unfunny, racist, cringeworthy jokes.
Basically calling Puerto Ricans trash.
The most repulsive racial jokes about Latinos.
Disgusting and hateful.
So incredibly crude.
Frankly, just too X-rated to play here.
Extremely vile so-called jokes.
Extremely vile so-called jokes. She name-checked my comedy album from the 90s. I don't know who's AI, me or that guy. Now, obviously, in retrospect, having a roast comedian come to a political rally a week before Election Day and roasting a key voting demographic, probably not the best decision by the campaign politically. But to be fair, the guy's really just doing what he does. I mean, here he is at the Tom Brady roast a few months ago.
The great Jeff Ross, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff is so Jewish, he only watches football for the coin toss. Gronk, you look like the Nazi that kept burning himself on the ovens. Kevin is so small that when his ancestors picked cotton, they called it deadlifting.
Yes, of course. Terrible, boo, yes. There's something wrong with me. I find that guy very funny. So, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, bringing him to a rally and have him not do roast jokes, that'd be like bringing Beyonce to a rally and not have...
An absolutely perfect segment. Doesn't happen so often with Jon Stewart lately, but thankfully this one, right in the nick of time, at the perfect time, right ahead of election, hits the nail square on the head. I mean, really? This is what you've got? fake outrage over a joke told by an edgy roast comedian who, as I stated in my last intro, was literally introed as roast comedian. It's unbelievable, and it reeks of desperation. And I know a lot of you guys are on Twitter and you see all the brain rot content. Oh, there's X amount % of Puerto Ricans in Pennsylvania. Donald Trump's got a big problem. Really? Come on, you know, the left, once again, operating with this very naive worldview, frankly, this very insulting and demeaning, and I'd even say racist worldview, that people of particular descent are a monolith and all think the same way, and you can manipulate them with such nonsense. Oh, a comedian made a joke about Puerto Ricans. That means now that all Puerto Ricans are going to vote for Kamala Harris. They're going to vote for globalism and socialism, crime, chaos, and inflation because a comedian told a joke. And we're running this big, phony, fake outrage campaign to try to gaslight them into doing so. It's so ridiculous. It's dumb identity politics that most people just simply can't relate to. Puerto Ricans, again, are like everybody else, like I keep saying. You know, Democrats don't seem to understand this, that the color of our skin, the language we speak, the flag that represents our nationality doesn't dictate our vote. You know what does? Actual policy. I mean, this guy said it best.
Your comments like that, does that change your perspective about who you might vote for?
No.
That's not enough.
I'd rather see it to believe it, you know? Everybody gets extra confounded words.
Fernando Santiago already cast his vote for former President Donald Trump.
Actions speak louder than words, and what people are interested in is good policy that makes their life better, not pearl clutching over a comedian's words. And that's the funniest part. The left is trying so hard to connect this to Donald Trump. Oh, this comedian made a joke that didn't land very well and might have been a little bit too edgy at the Trump rally. Oh, therefore that's what Donald Trump believes, and that proves that the MAGA movement is Hitlerian in nature and racist and deeply bigoted and fascist. Donald Trump didn't even say the thing. That's the craziest part. You know, these words that supposedly are going to take down Donald Trump didn't even come from him. They came from another individual. You know, I can't believe I have to explain this to the left, but it's not surprising considering they're, you know, essentially collectivists. Most of these people don't even seem to have an internal monologue. They're just part of some collective propagandized hive mind, but they don't seem to understand the concept of individuality. There's all kinds of people who say different things and have different beliefs. You can't then take those statements and those beliefs and then attribute them to somebody else. You know.
Well, the left is not a party of common sense. They're like anti-common sense, super woke. Okay, woked out. All right, it's just nuts. And then you know, anything common sense is like is worse than saying the F word to them. It's just wild to me, you know. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.
Kind of like the whole Project 2025 thing that you guys kept trying to do. Oh, Donald Trump and his Project 2025. Yeah, only one problem. Donald Trump didn't invent Project 2025. He didn't write it. He never endorsed it. It's not part of his official campaign platform. He's a different individual. I know, it's a hard concept to understand. Tony Hinchcliffe is not Donald Trump, but pretty much right on cue, as predicted. Just like I said, you know, this thing was going to backfire. There's no way that this was going to work, especially not in America. You know, the land of stand-up comedy. Condemning a comedian and attempting to misrepresent his art as Donald Trump's political platform is insane. Once again, it seems like the left doesn't understand their own audience. I mean, just think about it, for instance. I just mentioned how stand-up comedy is one of America's favorite pastimes. It's an American tradition, and it's a huge American export. Americans love humor, stand-up comedy, and they love edgy jokes. And that includes Democrats, Republicans, and independents. I mean, look at all the major cities. Where are the biggest comedy shows? Where's the biggest comedy culture, whatever you want to call it? In all the big blue Democrat-run metropolitan areas. Even most people on the left love comedy. It's a form of art, and people are able to make the distinction between a joke, between an act, and something actually official. But now Democrats expect condemning comedy is going to work for them with their own audience. Of course not. It's not going to work with independents, it's not going to work with Democrats, and it's probably not going to work with normal, you know, head on their shoulders Democrats. Maybe the vote blue no matter who shills who are going to vote for you no matter what, and who just blindly go with any narrative that's ever put out there. Who are we canceling this week kind of people, just sitting on the edge of their seat, waiting to join in to the next political slogan or next political boycott. You know, certainly you're going to convince those people, but everybody else, they're scratching their heads looking at this, probably questioning, where are the adults in the room? What is going on right now with the Democrat Party? I think Jerry Seinfeld's about to...
That's a great question. Where are the adults in the room in the Democrat Party? All right. I see a lot of childish behavior everywhere, and I think that they're lost cause. All right, let's get on with the video.
revoke his apology, to be quite frank with you. The whole thing is just so utterly unbelievable. It's obviously not going to work. Donald Trump's actually already announcing an event with Puerto Rico Senator Zoraida Buxo, who's supposedly going to endorse him in Allentown, PA. You know, outside of a few celebrities and TikTok influencers, it doesn't seem to be having too much of an impact. And I think mostly because it reeks of desperation. You know, once again, the Kamala campaign proves one thing. They're just completely out of touch. You have at this point nearly the entire mainstream apparatus essentially telling Kamala Harris, hey, maybe a little less of these slanderous attacks, a little less fear-mongering related to Donald Trump and the Trump camp at large. And instead, what do we get? Donald Trump is Hitler, and comedians making jokes are akin to Hitlerian fascism. It's just insane, it's too much, and it's obvious that the Democrats desperately saying anything that they can in order to swing this election, and they're doing it in the most dishonest, despicable, and slanderous ways.
Along with that, just everything they're pushing for is just ridiculous. Okay, you have Trump literally out here looking at the economy, fighting for blue-collar workers, okay? He's getting in trash trucks, he's working at McDonald's, and he's out here, they're out here shooting at him like he's John Wick or something. Like I thought I was watching Mission Impossible for a second. It was just nuts. Like, what action movie is this, and when did this come out in theaters? And then you, on the other hand, you know, you look at the Democrats, and they're just out here. It's a giant tea party for deleting kids. Everybody who wants to delete kids, you can delete as many kids as you want for Christmas over here. Just vote blue no matter who, and then you can delete as many kids as you want. It's a deleting kid party. Everybody gets to delete kids. I can't even delete kids, but I can, like, it sounds super messed up, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. They're like hyper focused on deleting kids. It's really sad, actually. It's really disappointing. I feel sorry for the future generations, but I digress. Let's continue on with the video.
In other words, a continuation of what we've seen over the last couple of years, or really over the last decade. It's just the same exaggerated, the sky is falling rhetoric over and over, and people are just tired of it. Nobody's changing their mind and voting for your candidate because they're offended by what a comedian said. They just want to talk policy. That's it. And it's becoming clearly evident that Democrats want to talk about literally anything but policy. And I think people are rightfully frustrated with that these days. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you
Yeah, they want to talk anything but policy because they don't have any policies. Their policies are ridiculous. All right. Well, then again, they actually don't have any policies, so never mind. They don't have any policies. Then they're out here trying to copy Trump. Then they're trying to say, yeah, we're pro-business. You don't know anything about business. Okay, you want more government control. Oh my gosh. Wait. I got one. This one was really wild to me. It was the government wants to control your bodies. Women, the government wants to control your bodies. What are you talking about? Literally voting blue no matter who literally allows the government to control not just your body, but everything around you. I mean, you got to be kidding me. And then for the Democrats who want money and things handed to them. Okay, you don't want to put the work in. You just want things handed to you. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. The government doesn't make money, they take money, all right? They're not going to just give you money, all right? And if they do, I mean, who had to sacrifice their paycheck to give it to you? It's just wild to me. It's just wild to me. Shout out to the King Squad. I'm not talking to you guys. We already know what we're on. But yeah, we're talking about the Demonocrats, okay? The Decepticrats, and that's that. But yeah, I just think it's really ridiculous. I think that these people, you know, prayers out to these people. Prayers out to these folks, okay? You know, you can't save them all. And it's just what it's going to be. I mean, what do you guys think? Comment down below, all right? I always enjoy seeing what you guys have to say about this. I'm always interested in hearing what you guys got to say. And yeah. I just think that people I really think that, and I said this in my last few videos, I really think that people are voting in their demise, voting for Ku Klux Kamala. I think that people are literally sacrificing their finances and paychecks to the nanny goat. I think that they are literally opening the door for their financial funeral, voting blue no matter who. I think they're I don't even know if they really realize that they are about to usher in. If Kamala was to get in, they're literally ushering in the, you know, just ruining the future of their kids. I mean, I was looking for a more scientific way to say that, but it didn't happen in a moment. So there was that. But yeah, that's that, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, shout out to the King Squad, the King Squad family, and the King Squad Elites. You guys are the bomb.com. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Did I mention like, share, and subscribe? Share these videos, okay? Because yeah, we work very hard out here. We put the work in, all that beautiful stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.